The roof comes off.
Dicker 147.
Guided Stoke City back to the top flight of English football.
You saw that right. In the last episode, we gained promotion to the Premier League. With a little help from Wesley, we smashed our highest points tally. With the generosity of the board, they give us 36 million to spend in transfer budgets and also giving us 650k in the wages. With that money, we bring in Cohen Casteels. He is going to be our new goalkeeper. He's full of experience and he is a very talented goalkeeper. That's what we need in this Premier League. We then go on to spend most of our cash on Harry Winks. Unfortunately for Leicester, they didn't get promoted, so we're kind of stealing off them. 25 million, it's a lot of our budget. I'll take the risk on him. We then go and bring in a new wing back within Brendan Williams. We get him on a free release by Manchester United. Once again, experience, definitely can do a job. Then we bring in a replacement for Haksabanovic. We are trying to replace as he's gone back to his parent club. And we bring in a guy called Adson. He looks very good, very talented. We just hope he can live up to the expectation of what we had with Haksabanovic. And then last but not least, we bring in another wing back on the other side this time. And it's going to be Ryan Sessegnon, another freebie we picked up. Once again, experience, can definitely do a job. And I think we brought in some good business there. But the real question is, what do you think? Do you think I've done enough to survive? And what signings would you have made? Leave them in the comments. Unfortunately for us, our brand new signing, Adson, picks up a 3 to 4 month injury by breaking his ankle. Not ideal. I had a look to see how the squad was developing and I noticed that we were still shy of a centre-half. Before any of you say anything, I had no money and I panic brought on this guy. I then brought in Callum Chambers for 2.9 million, trying to cover that centre-half position. We have a mixed bag of standard in oppositions for our pre-season friendlies, and the fact we only lost to AC Milan and Sporting Lisbon, I thought that was a good pre-season. And of course, our first game in the Premiership is a trip to Old Trafford. With the team raring to go, we finally start our Premier League campaign. Things don't start very well for us as Manchester United get an early goal coming all the way through, cutting back. Shaw tries to hit it, it goes all the way through and deflected, and that is going to be a 1-0 lead. Within seconds, Man United go and push, and yes, they get a second. Lovely work goals. Hoyland puts it across, and it's a great finish. Easy one as well. And then they add even more pressure by pushing on and getting another goal. Yes, that is going to be 3-0 in the space of 23 minutes. Ref, don't bother checking. And then it goes even more. 30 minutes, and it's another goal. How easy was that from them? And they are just piling on the pressure. And yes, in the 35th minute, this is going to be Manchester United 5-0 up. How easy was that for Rashford? We're going down. We're getting relegated. I'm off. We're getting relegated. After I came back and composed myself, we saw a bit of positivity. We actually scored a goal as Lloris gets the ball down on the right-hand side, whips it in, and our main man Wesley, who fully deserves his Premiership start for last season, gets us a goal. And then we go back to being sloppy as a misplaced pass goes all the way through and Rashford slots it away. I think that's 6-1. A corner is going to get whipped in, played short, and then whipped in, and it goes all the way through. I don't know who is marking anyone there. That's 7-1. And then pretty much a repeat of what's just happened as they root the ball in. No one's there tackling, and that's 8-1. A corner for us, though, which is going to spark a little bit of hope in us some way, but we do get the ball all the way across, and our main man, Wesley, gets another goal for us. But it's going to be the final dagger into our chest here, as somehow Manchester United get away with a 9-2 victory. Yes, 9-2. You heard that right. We then pick up a 3-2 loss against Wolves. Benrahma gained a 80-minute goal, but it's nice to see Nathan Lowe scoring his first goal in the Premiership. The bad run unfortunately continues as Crystal Palace beat us 2-1. Even after a man sent off, we still couldn't get the win. Olsen Edouard getting goals for Palace. We finally pick up a win, a 5-1 victory, but it is against Harrogate, so I feel a little bad. Carabao Cup though, next round, here we come. We then draw Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. That's us out. We then play Manchester City in the league at our place, and they take an early goal, just going up in the space of 5 minutes. It's a great finish from Bernardo Silva. Things just piled onto us as well as Manchester City kept on pushing, breaking us down with the ball over the top, and it is iRobot Erling Haaland to slot that away. He's just showing off hitting it with his right foot now. Ref, don't check that. Then they make it 3 in the second half. A nice ball movement there, just moving it around. Bernardo Silva finding Phil Foden. He slots it away, and that's a cracking finish from Phil Foden. There is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel as we do pick up a goal, and it's going to be all the way down from Ryan Sessegnon. Finds Wesley, and it wouldn't be anyone else, would it really? 3-1. We then have a trip to Fulham, and we actually start the game pretty well. Yes, you heard that right. Vidigal running all the way down the wing, goes all the way through, and just does it on his own. A great finish, but in quick succession there, Fulham decide, no, we're going to equalise, and and they go up the other end and put the ball in the back of the net as a ball splitting our defence finds Pereira, and that's a great finish from him. We do get a penalty, and it's going to be a lovely little finish there. Ryan May, he did it all last season. But once again, the resilience of Fulham shows here as they nick one straight back and make it 2-2 at Adama Traore. But we actually show a little bit of fight in us this time, and we actually get another goal. A lovely ball into the box, and that is a brilliant header to give us a 3-2 lead. And did we just finish this game off? Yes, we actually finished this game off. We get our first win in the Premiership with a great ball through, and that's a lovely finish, slotted away to take a 4-2 victory. We keep the momentum as we pick up a 2-1 victory over Aston Villa. Wesley haunting his former side. We take that. I noticed we were conceding a few goals here, so all I did is lower the trigger press and lower the line of defensive, so we're not actually going too far forward and getting caught from behind. You saw that happen with the Fulham game. We then draw 3-3 in the Carabao Cup, but unfortunately they knock us out on penalties. Positive, we score 3 past them, and then we lose to Liverpool. Not bad. 3-2 away from home. I'll take that. League table sees us sitting 15th. I'm quite happy with that, but Newcastle down there, what's going on there? We then pick up a 3-3 against Brighton. A real good result for me. Wesley bailing us out in the 80th minute. We then try to bring Emile Smith-Rowe in on loan, but he tells us sod off. Adson comes back from his injury and he finally gets his debut in a Stoke City shirt. We pick up a 1-1 against Forest, Wittenberger being the hero and the villain in the same match. We then lock in Tezgal to a 4-year contract at the football club. He will be our future. We then play Arsenal at our place, and a little bit of delaying on the ball allows them to break through, and Martin Odegaard with a fantastic finish for him. It's a big but. We do actually get a goal back. A nice little finish from the penalty spot. It gives us a 1-1. We then have the game of the season with a 4-4 against Orange at Carroll Road. We would have got 3 points if it wasn't for that pesky Liam Gibbs getting an 8.5 minute equaliser. With that run of form, it sees us drop into the relegation zone. In the relegation battle, we pick up a 4-2 victory. 2 late goals from Burnley mean nothing to us. We unfortunately lose 2-0 away to Chelsea. We have another entertaining game as we draw 3-3 with Tottenham. Our Tottenham game came at a cost, so as you can see there, Ryan May is out for 2 to 3 months, Addison is out for 5 to 7 weeks, and Brendan Williams is out to 5 to 6 weeks. Injury crisis. The show must go on though as we host Southampton at our place, and 2 newly promoted sides. We need to get them revenge as Alvarez gets a goal for them, but we bounce back in style and get us a goal, making it 1-1 as the ball's moved across. Look how much space we are in over there as Lloris just whacks the ball in the back of the net to give us a 1-1. We then pile on the pressure as well as Sessegnon whips that ball in, a great ball in, puts it in the mixer, and that is an unbelievable finish from Harry Winks. And another free kick is going to be put into the box. Set piece simulator, I will go for that. So we move the ball around, and that is a wonderful finish from Vidigal. We get a little bit excited as we have a couple of A's in our youth intake. Back into Premier League action, and Newcastle absolutely spankers. We then host West Ham, and unfortunately it's a goalkeeping mistake. I'm putting it down to give us a loss, 1-0. We then play Everton, and Wesley's going to score a penalty for us in the second half, and then we double our tally with a nice little well-worked throw-in, moving it around, and the ball's played into the box as Tezgal slots it away. We then pick up a 1-1 draw with Brighton away from home, Vidigal again on the score sheet. We then host Liverpool at the Bet365, and we get off to a very good start as Sessegnon puts the ball away across. I don't know how Tezgal's got that in, but it counts. 1-0 up. We then build on our lead as well as we move this ball through the centre. A great little run from Tezgal. Yet again, finding Wesley. Debatable of being offside. Referee gives it 2-0. Liverpool do step up the game though and try and get a goal back, working it down this left-hand side. A nice little ball into Diaz, and that's an easy finish for Gakpo. But we don't actually crumble. Yes, you heard that right. We actually get through this. A ball over the top, finding a great run through, and that is a cheeky chip from Watson. And Watson is a youth player, just so you know. Look at this young New Zealand lad. We then lose 4-2 in the FA Cup, but it's nothing to worry about as we're focused on the league. We then lose 4-0 to Brentford, Kevin Shade getting a hat-trick. We then host Nottingham Forest, and I don't know what the goalkeeper is doing there, but Wesley nods it in for an easily 1-goal lead. Adson game part of the team as well as he finds an absolute fantastic ball for the on-running Ryan Sessegnon, and he just slots it away past the goalkeeper for a 2-0 victory. The January transfer window is closing, but we do see Simon Adringa, who looks phenomenal, we can loan in. Absolute rapid player with a lot of flair, can definitely work on that left-hand side. We strike up a deal with Brighton, and he comes into the squad. Al Ali come in for Harry Winks, offering 41 million, but it is over instalments. I reject this and try to get a little bit more, but they're having none of it. Now, would you have sold Harry Winks for that price? Let me know in the comments, or would you try to get more for him? We then travel to Goodison Park, and we hit the ground running with a nice early goal. Adringa getting involved, again assist assist on his debut. We'll take that. Wesley finishing it very nicely. We do double the tally, though, with a nice, well-worked throw-in. These are coming in very clutch for us as we get the ball down to Berger, and he just rifles it with a little grass burner there. We do then triple our tally to 3-0. Lovely, well-worked goal yet again. Moved it down the wings. Ball come across, a deadly ball in, and that is going to be an own goal. Everton don't take this sitting down, though, as they push on through the middle. A nice little overlap there as Calvert-Lewin gets the ball, pushes through our defenders, and strikes the ball in the back of the net. And with the momentum switch there, Everton are going to push down this right-hand side yet again. Going to get the ball whipped in all the way across. It's a good header back stick. Keeper does bad. 3-2. But if it was going to be a time for us to get a goal, it was in the late stages, and there he is, Adringa, getting a wonderful header, showing why he was worth the loan. We then carry on this win streak with a 4-2 victory over Wolves. Nice to see Nathan Lowe getting on the score sheet. We then host Manchester United at the Bet365 Arena, and it is a crazy result. Ryan Lowe getting a score in the early stages. Manchester United put a little bit of press on us, one-touch football, and Højlund just rifles it to the back of net for a 1-1. We then get a throw-in worked in. We get a little bit lucky with it as the ball falls straight back to us, and then Berger is just going to do what he does best, and that low-driven shot goes in the back of the net. Unfortunately for us, though, Manchester United do push back, and it's a lovely volley, great Van Persie-esque volley there, giving it a 2-2. We do put pressure in the centre there, and Berger's going to try and play a ball through to our wingers. Gets a little bit of a deflection. Typical Onor and Harry Maguire there, but Wesley 3-2. And in the second half, we push on, trying to just score as many goals as we possibly can as Ryan Sessegnon gets the ball into the box, and that is a wonderful strike to give him a 4-2 lead. And it doesn't stop there as we whip the ball in from a corner. Nice ball, touchdown. Ryan Sessegnon is going to pick that ball up, push it into the box, and he does actually get a deflection goal to give us a 5-2 lead. But Manchester United are going to push and try and get a consolation goal, as they will see if they can push on to get the equaliser. It's a good goal from Anthony, not showing him on his right, but it's going to end 5-3. We then play West Ham away from home. A header comes in, and it's a little bit of a miscommunication as we move the ball around. It's going to get picked up by Zuma, finds a ball through, and that is a wonderful finish to give West Ham a 1-goal lead. They then push on and double the tally in the early stages of the game as they knock the ball across, finds Ward-Prowse in there, and he finishes it nicely. We do push on and try and get a goal for ourselves as Sessegnon gets the ball, tries to cut it round, gets a little bit of a deflection as it comes all the way down, and Lloris gets a goal, but it is only 2-1. We then get back to winning ways with a win over Newcastle. Berger getting a hat-trick for us. With that crazy run, we see ourselves up to 7th. Yes, I know it is absolutely crazy, but this is a really poor Premier League. We are on 39 points and in Europe. That's how bad it is. We then drew with Southampton 2-2 and picked up a 4-2 victory over Tottenham Hotspurs. We then picked up a 1-0 win over Burnley. Adringa again coming in for clutch. You've been taking, and our 5-star potential looks a little bit like this. Maybe he can develop into a player for us. Back into Premier League action, and we pick up a 5-2 win over Norwich. That red card for Ben Gibson just did not help them at all. The Premier League table looks like this, but we do have more games than anyone else around us, and in our next 3 games we do have Manchester City, Arsenal and Chelsea, so we're not going to get any points there. We do go on to lose 3-0 to Manchester City, 1-0 to Arsenal, and we actually pick up a point against Chelsea, 2-2. Not bad. With 3 games left, we do see ourselves in Europe, but like I say, other teams around us do have more games to play, so we will probably drop out of that. I'm not sure if the boys were on the holiday mode or something, but we do lose 4-2 to Crystal Palace and also lose 4-1 to Aston Villa. Last game of the season, and on that bad run shows that we cannot get Europe, as Newcastle are on 54 points and we're on 50, so it's going to be a mid-table finish for us. So last game of the season at the Bet365, and we do get a cheeky little goal. They kind of put a little bit of pressure on him. I don't know what's happened there. And then Nathan Lowe, the same as last year on the last day of the season, gets us a goal. But unfortunately, it's going to be a penalty that is going to cause a 1-1 end. And that's the end of the season. We finished 10th, 20 points away from the drop zone, which is absolutely massive. Once again, Wesley being our top goal scorer with 18 goals. The board sets us a budget. It's on 45 million and the transfer budget's at 975,000 in the wages. We can definitely work with that. And that is going to be the end of episode 2 of the Stoke career. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hope you are. Please leave a like, hit the subscribe, helps me out massively. And we come back for episode 3. Can we actually attain Europe? Who knows? You'll find out. Much love. Bye-bye.